Can you hear me, Elazar?
Sure can.
Good.
Is the sun in your face?
Host is not in the meeting yet.
Is that Mario?
Sure. I think Mario said you got to host it. Didn't he say that last night?
Okay, but I gotta then sign in.
Oh,
Okay.
You have to call the bee. She likes it.
Sign in as host.
I like your hair.
Thank you. Very sweet.
Over here. She's here.
Hang on.
He is here.
She's there.
Do you want a cold drink, Susan? Can I get a diet something?
Yeah.
I love your hair.
Diet Coke or ginger ale?
Ginger ale. Otherwise I won't
You
sleep.
can't even find ginger ale. It's crazy. I went to the market today. Half the shelves are empty.
Let me leave and see if I can sign in. Okay, Elazar, one second.
You okay?
Okay.
Okay.
It says host is not in the meeting yet. Mario said he was going to sign in.
So he said he was going to send you another link.
No, he said he was going to sign in. He just signed in.
Okay, good.
Let me sign out just in case. No, that's probably okay. Okay. Mario,
There's Mario,
are we recording?
You
Mario?
let me know when
Are
you
we
finish.
recording? Are we
Yes.
recording?
Yes,
Okay, good, thank you.
thank you.
Okay, we are on Chaf Zion 27. Upiv Mitzupazav, the mouth of the shofar was covered with gold. If it's at the place of the mouth, it's pasul. Kosher. Our Mishnah, which said that if it's got gold, is clearly referring to a case where they didn't cover the mouth with gold. And then we said
Is it chatzitza? Is it chatzitza? That would be because if the gold is on the mouthpiece, is it chatzitza or something?
No, I think it has to do with the issue of gold being a sanegor or nasa kategor.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Or Rashi says shatkia bezav the lo b'shoifer. You blew it with the gold and not with the shofar.
Oh, so there's a chatzitza then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We say that the shofar was in the middle, and the chatzotzos were on the side. How can you hear shofar and the chatzotzos? You can't hear two voices at the same time. Batanya, zocher v'shomer b'dibur echad nemru. Ma'asheina pei yichol l'daber v'eino yichol l'shma. Human beings cannot say zocher v'shomer at the same time, and a human ear cannot hear zocher v'shomer at the same time. So you can't hear the chatzotzos and the shofar. So the Gemara answers lekach marach b'shofar. That's why at the end the shofar continued. So you heard the shofar only. So the Gemara says, so what? If you didn't hear the beginning of the tekiah and you only heard the end, it's okay? And if you only heard the beginning, you didn't hear the end, you're yotza? Tarshma, I'll show you not so. Talk of you blew one and you extended it into a second blow. It only counts as one blow. Amai. Let him get two. Because we can't separate the two tkiyas. So it's not like just because you heard the beginning, it's all one. Toshma. You blew shofar into a bore. A big jug. In kol shofar shama yotza. If you heard this shofar directly, you're yotza. But if you heard the echo, in kol avar shama lo yotza. Amai. Lepe petchilas tkiya mikami delarve kol. Let us be yotza with the. If all you have to do is hear a part of it, you should be yotza with the beginning part of it, even though at the end it gets mixed up with the echo. So the Gemara answers. Two voices from one person cannot be heard. But mitrei gavri mishtami.
Right here.
If two people blow shofar, you could hear it. Umitrei gavri mishtami, can you hear two sounds from two people? V'hatanya, b'toyra echad, v'koyre v'echad mitargem. One person lames the Torah, and the other person makes the tirgum. As long as two people don't do it. Because then you can't, from there, you can't listen from two. It's comparable to the Sefer. Megillah, afilu asara koy. By Al Megillah, even 10 people are reading, you can hear everybody's voice. Why? Alma, given the Chaviv, Yoiv Daite, since these are beloved, he pays attention. Chanami, given the Chaviv, the blowing of the shofar is Chaviv. Yoiv Daite pays attention. Bisham. So Elama Marach b'shofar. So if you can listen to it, why did you have to be marach by the shofar? Later, Shemitzvah Sayom b'Shoifer, to tell you that the Mitzvah Sayom is the Shoifer, not the Chatzotz. Uvetanios b'Shol Schorim, tiniest they blew from rams, Kfufin, Upiv Mitzupa Kesef, whose mouth was covered with gold, with silver. Maishtahas, the Zov, Maishtahas, the Kesef, how come by Rosh Hashanah it's gold and here it's silver? Iboy say called Kinufi, the Kesef fruit. Gatherings, which was done by Tinus, is always with silver. When you gather the cows, which was to gather the cow. That the Torah doesn't want the Klal Yisrael to spend too much money, so kesef is cheaper than gold. Also, nami navik kesef. So by Rosh Hashanah, it should also be silver. We should rather cover on with gold because it's yontif. Rav Papa Bar Shmuel several the Kamasis. Rav Papa wanted to do like the Mishnah, even wherever he lived, with the Chatzotzres. This din of blowing the shofar with the Chatzotzres is only the Beis Hamikdash. Aval b'gvulin, not in the Mikdash, makom sheyesh Chatzotzres ein shofar. When you have Chatzotzres like on Tainis, you don't blow shofar. Makom sheyesh shofar ein Chatzotzres. V'chein hinig Rabbi Chalafta b'tzipor v'Chanani ben Tradion b'Sichni u'cheshabador ezel chacham armerloyanu gen kenel b'shari mizrach barabayis. The meaning was to blow Chatzotzres only in the eastern shar and the Harabayis. Omer Rabbi Vitemer Rabbi Shubin Levi Maikra L'chsiv b'Chatzotzres v'kol shofar hariyu lifnei HaMelech Hashem. So lifnei HaMelech Hashem hu t'bayin in Chatzotzres v'kol shofar. That's the Beis Hamikdash. Aval b'Yalma lo. But outside Beis Hamikdash, you only have the shofar. Mishnah said, Shava Yovel Rosh Hashanah T'kesel L'brachos. Yovel is similar to Rosh Hashanah for the blowing and the brachos. Amr Shal Bar Yitzchak Kaman Matzlina Idna Zayom Tchilas Masecha Zikar L'chol Liyom Rishon. According to which man the Omar is Rosh Hashanah, the creation of the world. Kaman Krab Eliezer. The Omar B'Tishrei Nivra Olam, as opposed to Rabbi Yeshua, it says B'Nissa. Mosif Ravene. Shava Yovel Rosh Hashanah T'kesel L'brachos. If Yovel and Rosh Hashanah are equal, the Rosh Hashanah is of Yovel less. They're not equal because Yovel is not Tchilas Masecha. So Kiktoni Hasha'ara. Yeah, but the other various dinim by brachos and tkiyas are equal. Rav Sheshet Ravidi Masni Achi. Rav Shishi learned this way. Amr Shmuel Bar Yitzchak. Hadis Nan Shava Yovel Rosh Hashanah T'kiyav LeBrachos Kaman. That which the Mishnah said that Yovel Rosh Hashanah is similar. The Lok Rabbi Yes. The Rabbi Yes Kiv Daber B'Tishrei Nivra Olam. Ha'ikazayim Tchilas Masecha Zikar L'Yom Rishon. The Rosh Hashanah is of Yovel Lasa. That pasuk doesn't apply to Yovel. Kiktoni Hasha'ar. The Mishnah refers to all the other dinim, but not the part of this Tchilas Hayom Nasa Masech. Mishnah. Shofar Shenizdak V'Divku. The shofar cracked and you glued it together, possible. Dibek Shivrei shofar is possible. If you have multiple pieces and you stuck them together with glue, possible. Nikev Ustamo, if it made a hole in the shofar and you filled it up, in Ma'akim, if it doesn't let you blow, possible. But if you can blow, kosher. You blow shofar into the ditch, into a jug. So im kol shofar sham, if he hears directly the voice of the shofar, yotz. Im kol avar sham, if he hears the echo, lo yotz. Somebody's walking behind the shul. Or his house is next to the shul. V'shama kol shofar kol, he hears from the shul, the shofar or the Megillah. So im kiven libo, he has kavana to be yotze yotze. The im lab lo yotze. No kavana is not. Afal bishu zeh shama v'zeh shama. Zeh kiven libo v'zeh lo kiven libo. As long as if each one was Machav and Libo to get the other person to be Yotzei, then he could be Yotzei. Torabah. Aruch B'Kitzruf was a long shofar and he made it short, kosher. Gerdo V'Mido Al Glodov, you peeled it, and it's just on the inner layer, kosher. Tzipei Uzav, if you covered it with gold. B'Makam Anachas Peh Posel, where you put your mouth, that would be posel. Shalom B'Makam Anachas Peh kosher. Tzipei Uzav Mibifnim Posel. If you line the shofar's inside with gold, basically you're blowing from a gold thing, not from a shofar. If you just put it mibachutz, it depends. In Nishtana Koila Mikmoshai, if it changes the tone of the shofar posel, the yimlav kosher. Then nikif, something smells really good. Nikif ustamo. If you have a hole and they filled it up, imakas atkia posel. If it interferes with the tkiya, it's not good. The imlav kosher. What do you put? Nosan shofar v'sek. You put a shofar into another shofar. Im kol pnimi shofar. You hear the inner one. Yotz. Im kol chitzon shama lo yotz. Tarabon. Gerdo, you peeled it. Bein miviftin bein v'chutz kosher. Gerdo v'mido al gildo, you peeled it and it's just left on the inner piece, kosher. Iniach shofar b'sok shofar. If you left the shofar within another shofar. Im kol pnimi shama yotzav. Im kol chitzon shama lo yotz. If you heard the inner one, yes. If you heard the outer one, not yes. Not good. If you blew the shofar from the other end, it's not that he turned it inside out. He took the wider part and tried to blow through that one. My time. You need to blow the shofar the same way it's growing from the animal. Dibek shivrei shofar is possible. If you glue together pieces of the shofar, it's possible. If you added to the shofar, bein b'mino, bein shelo b'mino, possible. Whether it's mina the shofar or not, it's possible. Nikiv ustam, it's got a hole and you filled it in. Bein b'mino, bein shelo b'mino, possible. But Rav Nosson b'mino kosher, shelo b'mino possible. Now b'mino kosher, Rav Yechon v'hush nishtei ruba. As long as the hole was a small hole and the majority of the original shofar remains. Comes out michlal the shelo b'mino. When you plug it not with its own room, avol pish nishtei ruba possible. Even though the majority of the shofar remains from the way it was before possible. However, ikidimasi law is safe. Some people learn this sugya on the safe. Shelo b'mino, you use a different material than the shofar itself as the plug up the hole. Possible. On Rav Yechon, nifchas ruba. That's if the majority of the shofar got destroyed. Michlal de b'mino, that if you plug the hole with the same species, avol pisha nifchas ruba, even though the majority of the shofar had been deteriorated, kosher. Tzipei uzav, if you cover it with gold, mibifnim possible. On the inside, it's possible. V'chutz depends. In nishtana kolmi k'moshaya, if the tone of the shofar is changed, possible. V'im lav kosher. Nizdak l'orko, if it was split along its length, possible. L'rochvo, if it's split along its width. So in nishtayir boshir tkiya, if there's enough to we'll see in a minute, to hold on to the shofar from below, kosher. The imlav pas kabashir tkiya, pirush v'sheven gadol kadesh yochzen b'yod v'yer l'kan l'kan. You have to be able to hold the shofar. You see a little bit on this end, a little bit on this. Haya kol dako avod soror. The sound of the shofar was thin or thick. In all these cases, kosher. Shekola koilas kshein b'shofar. They're all kosher. Shalchulei lavua de Shmuel. Kidcho v'tokabo.
Are you saying in any way that the sound changes from it's puzzling, from one time to another, if the sound changes, even though he fixed it up with a.
Yeah, if the sound is not the way it was original, that ruins it. But
So
if the shofar has a
Yeah.
high pitch or a low pitch, that's all okay. Now,
because it has to do with wetness. Sometimes there's moisture in there, and then when he blows it, if there's moisture, there's a different sound than it is if it dries.
correct.
Does he talk about that? About
No, it doesn't say about moisture. If you pulled off the horn and blew with it, it's okay. Pshita. All shofars are taken off. There's still a bone inside sticking out. Because that bone has to be removed. It's, even though it's min b'mino, I would say it makes chatzitza. That if the bone is there, as long as you can make a sound, it would be kosher. The people who could be yotzei are the people sitting on the rim of the board, who can't hear directly, but they only hear the echo. But you blew directly into the board. There are people standing there. They heard it directly from the shofar. Yotsu. There's no rebound effect. You're yotze if you're in the board. You're not yotze if you're out in the board. Other people ask to find kasha. It's not. In the board, they're yotze on the surface where they're going to hear an echo coming back. They're not yotze because they're not hearing directly from the shofar. Tomorrow night we're going to learn at 7:30, and then the Navi Shir at 8 o'clock.
Shabbos.
With Shabbos.
Shabbos.
than you? Uh-oh. The doctor? He's very accommodating. He's like, when we went, he was sweeping the floor. That gives you the very good idea of cover. It looked like a dam. Hola. We need to get a suitcase from my friend on this is Korea. Yeah. Where? On the corner of Wilshire and Oakwood. How did you know he was there? Look. Like next to Atharos. Wilshire? Not Wilshire. Fairfax and Oakwood. That's where they are now? These ones have been there since I was living in America. Fairfax and Oakwood. It's like a little Fairfax and in the shopping center. Wait. One block down. It's one block down. One block away from Liberty. That's where I was. Yeah, there. Yeah, there. Yes. There is a Shabbat place.